Yeah, this is case number 260 on the calendar in the matter of Treitner versus Unterberger.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Have a seat, sir.
Ms. Treitner, the defendant is your daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are suing her because, according to what I read, your daughter was riding in a car as a passenger. Who was driving?
I was driving.
And there was an accident.
Yes.
And your daughter was injured.
Yes.
She was under 18 at the time.
Yes.
And you decided, rather than going to trial, because I assume the other person was responsible?
Yes.
You settled her claim.
That's correct.
For a little over $4,000.
Yes.
She wasn't living with you at the time, because your daughter has been in foster care for a good part of her adolescence.
That's correct.
And you sent her the check, because there was a two-party check, and you instructed her to sign the back of the check, send it back to you, and you would give her some of the money.
That's correct.
And she kept the check and cashed it.
Yes.
And spent the money.
Yes.
So you want half the money back for her medical bills.
That's correct.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 19.
When did you go into foster care?
I went into foster care the 24th of May in 2002 is the official date.
Who did you live with before that time?
My mother.
Had you been in foster care at any time from the age of 12 to 16?
I went to foster care when I was 14 and I turned 15 in foster care.
You have siblings?
Yes.
How old are they?
My brother's 14.
Does he live with your mother?
Yes.
Has he always lived with your mother?
Yes.
He was not in foster care?
No.
So I gather from what you tell me, you and your mother had a rocky relationship, which is why she put you in foster care.
Correct.
And you have remarried?
Yes.
Now, you took her out of foster care because you were going on a vacation or a trip?
That's not exactly true. We asked them if she could go with us. It's not so much that we took her out, but it was more like a trial to see if she could come back home and live with us.
And that's when the accident occurred?
Yes.
Tell me about the accident. When was it?
It was June 14th, 2002. We were getting onto the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and there was an 18-wheeler in front of us stopped. I stopped. The person behind me stopped. The person behind him did not. When he hit that car hit us. It bounced back and hit us again. Jessica was on the driver's side back. I was driving. The car, when it hit that side twice. We at first declined care because she said she was fine. By the time we got to New Jersey, she was complaining of symptoms of a whiplash. We took her into the hospital, and she did have whiplash.
Did the insurance company pay for the damage to your car?
Yes.
Whose insurance?
The person that hit us.
Did you sue on your behalf?
No.
Who else was in the car?
My husband was in the car, and she was in the car, and my son was in the car.
Anybody else injured besides your daughter?
Not in our car. I don't know about the other people.
Not in your car?
Right.
So what medical bills did you have for your daughter?
We had medical bills from the hospital in New Jersey where she was seen, and a hospital bill from a lab, I think. It's in my paperwork.
Well, I'd like to see it.
This is the breakdown of where the money was supposed to go. It was for the radiologist. Everything else,
Did you pay these bills?
Yes.
Let me see.
I don't have the receipts. They were just paid for I think on my husband's credit card like 2 years ago, and we don't have the bill.
Your Honor, I was in foster care, therefore Medicaid paid for the bills. I was unable to get a hold of Medicaid. I was unable to get a hold of the hospital, but I do have copies of my physical therapy that I went through. Payments, and also the highlighted section is Medicaid adjustments and Medicaid paid.
Can I see it?
We did not ask them to pay anything that Medicaid paid. Her physical therapy, anything that happened in the state of Ohio.
I just need proof that you paid these bills.
I don't have it.
Well, that's unfortunate, because if she was in foster care, your daughter is absolutely right. If she was in foster care, then the state pays for any medical treatment that she had.
That's true. However, regardless of whether her bills were paid or not, it says on there that she's supposed to get $2,000 only. The other $2,000 was supposed to be for her bills. I thought if they were already paid, I would not have to bring any more proof. I mean, it's to pay her bills.
Let me ask you this question. Which one is it? Is it that you paid the bills, or you didn't pay the bills, but you felt as if $2,000 was supposed to be towards the bills, so you should be entitled to that? Which one was it?
The bills were paid.
By whom?
I paid them, and my husband paid them. They're on his...
All you have to do is show me.
I can't.
Listen to me, Ms. Treitner. Even if you didn't pay and Medicaid paid, only $2,000 of that $4,000 check was to go to your daughter, and you as her parent would be entitled to the other half.
No, the other money was to pay the bills. She was only entitled to...
Listen, I do not believe, madam, that... Stop playing with the paper. I do not believe that you paid the bills. I'm going to tell you why I don't believe that you paid the bills. First of all, you don't have any evidence that you paid the bills, and you don't look like an unintelligent woman. And if you're coming to court and saying, and your complaint says, half the money was to pay for the bills, that is your whole case. Your whole case is the bills.
No, ma'am, that was not why I wanted to see the judge. Why I wanted to come was because when I sent Jessica the check, she forged my name and took any money, period. It's the fact that she forged my name or she had somebody forge the name on my check.
Then what you're saying is it's not because you spent your own money out of your pocket to pay for her medical bills that you should be reimbursed for. You came to court and you wanted to see the judge because your daughter had forged your name and taken all the money.
Ma'am, that is correct.
However, all right.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
I don't care at this point about the $2,000 that is in dispute, whether you say I owe it or whatever. And you can keep the $2,000. I don't care. The dispute is she forged my name on the check.
And?
I would like her to have to pay for something that she's done wrong at least once in her life.
Veronica Treichner says her daughter, Jessica Unterberger, forged her name on an insurance check and cashed it.
Ms. Treichner, your daughter was under the age of 18 at the time you sent her this check, is that right?
That is correct.
And so she was still technically your responsibility?
No, ma'am.
Oh, she was no. She was your responsibility. You chose to abdicate that responsibility by putting her in foster care.
Can I tell you why she was put in foster care?
Sure.
When she was about 12 or 13, she started to hit people, and she would not stop. We had her arrested at least twice for domestic violence before she was put out of my house. I told
Ms.
her...
Treichner, is it normal for a child who's 12 years old to act out in that way?
Yes, but...
You think it's normal for a child of 12 years old to act out in that way?
No, I don't.
Okay. So what did you as a parent do while she was living with you in order to try to get to the root of the problem as to why she was acting out in that way?
We sent her to counseling. I went to counseling with her. We tried to take my mom to counseling. We tried to get my son to go.
What do you mean you tried to take your mom to counseling?
My mom lived with us, and she would not go to counseling.
Well, was there a problem with your mother?
There's many problems with my mother, Judge.
Well, what was the problem with your mother and your daughter? What was the problem with your grandmother and you?
The main thing was before we had moved in with my grandmother, because for the longest time it was just me, my brother, and my mom. And then we decided, because my mother was working all the times, and me and my brother were from babysitter to babysitter, that it was just easier for us to live with my grandmother so she could watch us. Before we moved in with my grandmother, everything was fine. We were kids. We were allowed to go hang out, play with our friends, whatever. We moved in with my grandmother, and all that stopped. My brother was still allowed to do whatever he wanted, and I was constantly on lockdown. I wasn't allowed to talk on the phone, wasn't allowed to go hang out.
What do you mean you were on lockdown?
I was in the house 24/7. I wasn't allowed to go hang out with my friends. I wasn't allowed to go do anything school-related.
You mean your grandmother was strict with you?
Yes.
Okay. And you tried to get your mother to go to counseling?
Correct.
And your mother refused to go to counseling?
Exactly.
I assume you wanted your mother to go to counseling because you felt as if some of her behavior was not appropriate.
I felt between my mother, me, and Jessica that there was an issue that we needed to get to the bottom of. Yes.
Okay, and your mother refused to go?
Yes.
Your daughter went?
Yes.
You went?
Yes.
She's 12.
Actually, she was a little bit older.
She's 13. She's 14. I understand that you were a single mother and you had 2 children, but you put your daughter in a situation that you acknowledge was not the best situation for her with your mother, with somebody who refused to address any problems that there were, and you responded to that when your daughter started to act out, which I'm sure she acknowledges was inappropriate, inappropriate behavior, but she started to act out. Your response was, instead of moving out of your mother's house, you put her in foster care.
That's not exactly true. My mom lived with us because she could not work. She had nowhere else to go. My brother wouldn't take her. Nobody would take her.
Just a second. Is what you're telling me now that you had to make a choice between your mother and your daughter?
No.
That your mother had no place else to go and you couldn't put your mother in foster care, so you put your daughter in foster care? Shh.
No.
Come on.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to get what's happening here.
Can I kind of explain it? Jessica would go from hitting, then she went to punching, she tried to choke me, she went after her grandmother with a butcher knife. The reason that I finally put her out is because I told her, if you ever hit your brother, you cannot stay with me anymore. I put up with a lot of stuff. Even when she went to counseling, we found an excellent counselor for her, was working wonders for her. Then she decided that she didn't like him, and then she wouldn't talk to anybody. So when she hit her brother in the face, that's when I told her that she was no longer welcome in my home because she was my daughter, and I didn't know what else to do.
Okay, so that's, just a second, so that's what you did. And then you had a problem with this check. Now, you don't have to answer me as to whether or not you forged your mother's name. You forged your mother's name, you cashed the check. That's what you did, right?
Correct.
Okay, what'd you do with the money?
I was living in my own apartment, and I needed furniture for my apartment.
How old were you when you were living in your
I
home?
was 17.
Okay.
Foster care has a program called independent living, and that's what they did. They put me in independent living. I needed pots and pans, dishes.
Okay, so you were living in an apartment.
Correct.
Did you know that she was living by herself?
Yes, I did.
Good. What did you do to help her set up in her apartment?
When she set up in her own apartment, we were already in New Jersey.
I didn't ask you where you were. I said, what did you do to help her set up in her own apartment?
When she called me, I asked her if she needed anything. She told me no, she was fine.
So the answer that you're telling me is you did nothing for her to set her up in her own apartment at age 17.
I asked her if she needed... Right, that's correct.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
What she's telling you she does for a living is not what she does for a living.
Well, tell me what she does for a living.
She has tried to sue the state of New York twice.
Suing the city of New York is not a living. She lied about what she did for a living.
Yes, she did.
You tell me what she does for a living.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Veronica Treitner says her daughter, Jessica Unterberger, stole her share of an insurance settlement.
Okay. So she says she needed furniture and pots and pans, and she needed some money. Were you working?
Yes.
What kind of work were you doing?
I was working at a pizza parlor.
Are you still working there?
No, that was in Ohio. I currently live in New York now.
And what do you do in New York?
During the summer season, I'm a soccer referee, and right now I'm working as a waitress.
Where?
At a restaurant on the east side.
You live alone?
Yes.
That's a hesitant yes.
Because I'm living in a room in a house. There's other people in the house, but it's my room.
So you rent a room?
Yes.
What's your rent?
$120 a week.
And how long have you lived there?
I've lived in this particular place for about 2 weeks now.
Prior to that, where were you living?
I was living in Ridgewood in another one room, and I was paying $90 a week there, and I lived there for 3 months. And before that, I was living with my fiance's parents.
And that didn't work out?
No.
So from the time you were 17 until now, you've taken care of yourself?
Correct.
You got my drift.
I don't understand why you want to believe her, because what she's telling you is not true.
Just a second. All I'm asking you is, you're her mother.
That's correct.
From the time she was 17 until today, other than this $2,000, how much money have you given your daughter?
None, because I did not know where she was.
Now you know where she was. I mean, whether you know where she was or you don't know where she was, you've given her nothing, and she's managed to support herself.
If that's what you want to call it.
Well, she's managed to support herself.
But what she's telling you she does for a living is not what she does for a living.
Well, tell me what she does for a living.
She has tried to sue the state of New York twice.
Yeah?
She has lied to you about where she, not where she lives, but who she lives with. And
listen to me. I asked you a simple question. You said to me she lied about what she does for a living. And I'm asking you, if she lied about what she did for a living,
yes, she did.
You tell me what she does for a living. Suing the city of New York is not a living.
I understand that.
All right.
The last, what she told you and what she told me was that she works in a restaurant and she gets paid under the table.
Who cares?
But that is not true.
Well, so tell me what she does.
I'm not sure. But I know she doesn't do that.
Let's try. Now, let me tell you something. I was concerned.
You know what?
I'm speaking. I was concerned about your lawsuit from the beginning, because it seems to me that you were...
Again, she's
I'm
gonna win.
speaking. You were in a car. You were the driver of the car. Your minor daughter was injured in an accident that, according to you, and I have no reason to doubt you, was not your fault. I have children, and if one of my children was injured in an accident, and the accident resulted in that child getting a claim, why don't you try paying attention instead of crying because you're not going to get any money?
I don't care about the money.
Then just listen. Then just listen. It would seem to me what I would do is I would say, gee, here's $4,000. I'm going to put this in an account for my child, for their future, either for college or to set them up in an apartment or to help them maybe with a car. But certainly, I didn't pay out any money because I had insurance that covered the medical bills.
That's not
And
true.
you didn't pay any money because I don't believe that either you or your husband paid any money, because if you did, you would have the canceled check. You would have your credit card statement showing that you paid the amount 2 years ago, because if you knew you were coming to court and that's the evidence that you required, that's the evidence that you would have. Now, you say you're angry because she forged your name and she should be taught a lesson. Well, it was the wrong thing for her to do, to forge your name and to take the money to use to set up an apartment. But at the time she was 17 years old, she was placed in independent living, you had your own apartment, you were working marginally to pay for whatever was in the apartment, and she needed the money. And since you weren't forthcoming with the money and you knew how to reach her because you knew where to send the check, you sent her the check and said, darling, sign the back of this check. When I get the money, I'll give you half.
That's not what happened.
That's what you told me in your complaint.
That's
You
not...
said, you want me to read you what you wrote? You said, I sent her the check unsigned. I sent it by certified mail.
That's correct.
Okay, so you knew where to send it.
Right after that...
Yeah, just a second. So you knew where to send it. And if you knew where to send it, was she in foster care or was she in her own apartment?
She was in her own apartment at that time.
Right. And how much had you given her at that time to help her set up an apartment? A little slush funds.
Considering that I had just found out that she was on her own, I couldn't have sent her anything, could I have? I did not know.
Yes, just a second.
I did not know.
Yes, my dear, you could have. You could have said, here's $4,000 that I just got.
But
I'm speaking. You're on your own. I'm signing this check over to you, my sweetheart. I know you've had a difficult teenage time. We haven't always gotten along, but you're on your own now. Here's $4,000 that none of us anticipated because you decided to settle the case for her. Here's $4,000. I want you to take it. Whatever you don't need, listen, whatever you don't need to set up your apartment, put in a bank account and use it with my love, because part of it should come to me. I'm giving it to you. That's what you should have done. You didn't do it then. You're doing it now. Your case is dismissed. That's all.
I can't believe this. You win again, you stupid...
Now, this is case number 226 on the calendar in the matter of Durant versus Lockhart. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Have a seat, please.
Valerie, how old are you, dear?
16.
And the lady standing next to you is your stepmother?
Yes.
And Miss Lockhart is your grandmother?
Yeah.
And you are her?
Mother.
All right, let's see where the story starts. I gather that you were living with your mother at some point. Then you and your mother had some sort of a falling out and you went to live with your grandmother.
No, Your Honor. I was living with my dad and my stepmother. In 2003 is when I moved in with my grandmother.
Is that because you had a falling out with either your father or your stepmother?
It was because I was having trouble in school and...
Whatever. You were having difficulty.
Yeah.
So you went to live with your grandma. And while you were living with your grandmother, according to your complaint, your mother was sending some money to put away for a class ring.
Yes.
And then when you left your grandma's house in May of 2004, your grandma kept the money.
Yes.
So you're suing her for the money that your mother had sent for you for your class ring.
Yes. Some of that money was also from my dad. It was my birthday money.
Your grandma says that she did get the money. Your mother told her to keep the money to cover some other expenses that she had. So I have a few questions. How long has Valerie lived with you but for the time she was with her grandmother?
2 years, approximately.
And how long have you been married to her father?
Approximately 2 years, 2 or 3 years.
Step up. Your last name is?
Mine is Keel.
Ms. Keel, did you send your daughter money?
Yes, I did.
And when you sent her the money, did you send it directly to her?
No, I did not.
Who did you send it to?
I sent it to my mother to be held for a ring.
You sent your mother the letter, and in the letter there was cash or a check?
There was cash.
And the cash was given directly to your mother?
Yes, always.
Is that right?
Yes.
So the money never came to you?
No, but it was meant for my class ring. They both knew that.
Valerie, This is the situation. If your mother sent the money to you, and you in turn said to your grandmother, I want you to hold this for me, then she's just acting like a piggy bank. Do you understand?
The $200 that my dad and my stepmom Teresa had given to me, I went up to Iowa and they had given me $200, and that was given straight to me. And then I gave it to her.
Fine. So then let's not talk about the money that your mother sent to your grandmother. Let's talk about the money that your father and your stepmother gave to you. How much money did Valerie personally hand you and say, Grandma, will you hold this for me for my class ring?
She gave me money, and I don't know exactly how much, to hold for me so we could start her a savings account.
So you don't remember how much that was?
I do know one amount. When her dad brought her back to my house, she spent the week of her birthday in Iowa, and so whatever they gave her up there, I'm not sure. The only money that I know that was given her, because I was standing there at the time, is when her dad brought her home. The stepmother stayed in the vehicle. He came in with Valerie, and in Valerie's bedroom, he said, Valerie, here is $100. Do not tell Teresa. And we were going to start a savings account with all the money that she had received for her birthday.
And how much was that?
I know the 100 there. Her grandmother from Iowa had given her like I think $20, which I guess Valerie thinks that I took the money out of the mailbox, but she was in Iowa the whole week.
How much money did your father give you?
My father and my stepmom gave me $200, and that $200 was given to me in Iowa.
Okay. And how much did you give your grandmother to hold for you?
I gave her $200. She knew that it was for class ring.
It really doesn't make any difference what it's for. Okay. You say class ring, she says savings account. It doesn't make any difference. Did you put that money away for her?
No, she took it back.
When did
she spent it?
When did she take it back?
It was probably 2 weeks, and it was not all at once. She kept saying things that she wanted. Then her boyfriend's birthday came up. So she, I gave her money a little bit at a time out of this money that I was holding just in my purse for her to start a savings account. I wanted her to start a savings account.
Well, what did she say to you, for instance, when it was her boyfriend's birthday?
She wanted to get him a gift.
So what did she say to you?
She said, Grandma, I need money out of the envelope.
So she knew that the envelope in your purse was the money that she had given you?
For savings account.
Okay.
Which we never started.
Did you say to your grandma, when you needed a present for your boyfriend, I need money from the envelope?
Yes, Your Honor. We had 2 envelopes. One was marked class ring, and one was marked savings account. She had told me that we wasn't going to start a savings account. So I did take money out of the savings account. There was 2 envelopes. I did take the money out of the savings account one.
We're not talking about class ring, my dear. Listen to me very carefully. I want you to clearly understand. The money that your mother sent directly to your grandmother is not yours. Got it?
Yeah.
The money that your father and stepmother gave you as a gift for your birthday was yours. Your grandmother says that you wanted things, money for presents for your boyfriend for his birthday, money for things that you saw that you wanted, and over the course of time, you went into, not you personally, but you said, Grandma, I want the money from that envelope. And you acknowledge that that's true. Now, how much did you take out for things that you wanted?
You don't understand. There was 2 envelopes. One was for the class ring, one was for the savings account. There was $400 in the class ring one. 200 of that my dad had given me, and my stepmom Teresa. There was another envelope because I just had my birthday, and I had got money from other family members and other friends.
How much?
I'm not exactly sure how much was in that one. I couldn't even give a guess for that money. But yes, I did take that money back.
I assume you had difficulty with your father?
Yes.
You still having difficulty with your father?
No.
Do you live with your father?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Where is he?
He works constantly. He works from the time daybreaks come till the time nighttime comes. That's why I have guardianship of Valerie, and I'm raising her. Nobody has time for her.
You mean you individually without her father, and you share a home with her father?
He works all the time.
I don't care if he works all the time. That's what fathers sometimes do. They work all the time. So I don't understand why you would have guardianship of her.
Because I'm the one that takes care of her, takes her back and forth to school, takes her to counseling. She sees a psychologist.
She's the only one out of my parents that would take care of me.
Something that is very peculiar to me.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Why did you leave your grandmother's house?
She had called the police on me. I can't believe that a grandma would do that.
You think that she's trying to be vicious and mean to you?
Yes.
And later today,
After she overpowered you and got out of the car and managed to crawl up the hood of the car and she's on the windshield, weren't you worried that something would happen to Jackie?
I was watching her.
You were watching her
Yes.
crawl up on the hood of the car.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 16-year-old Valerie Durant says her grandmother, Jan Lockhart, won't return money she gave her to hold.
Now, what did you... Go ahead.
Can I just please say something? I had Valerie for a year and a half. I went up there Christmas to get her. She had been kicked out of the home by her father and her stepmother.
I assumed.
She walked up a highway carrying bags when she was 14 years old.
I assumed.
I have a statement from the counselor that I took her to that plainly states the very things that Valerie said herself about her relationship with her father and them kicking her out. I have that.
I assumed that she
And I
came
went
to
up
live
there
with you
with
for that reason.
the best of intentions. She wasn't going to school. She was allowed to smoke on the conditions she smoked in the den by the fireplace. She was given wine coolers. Now, this is what I'm told by Valerie.
Okay. Why did she leave your house?
She left my home because it started with her boyfriend. I went to her room, and the reason I have this class ring receipt is because it was in her room, in her hope chest, which I have a letter from Valerie stating that, also stating that she doesn't know how much money there was. I mean, it's just, this is where I paid the $50 down on the class ring. I did have $125 from her mother for the class ring, but the money that Valerie got for her birthday was in Iowa, except the $100 she received from her dad in her bedroom when I was standing right there.
And it's your statement that she
And
spent
it is gone.
Okay. Why did you leave your grandmother's house?
Because me and my boyfriend, we had some trouble. And
What do
then
you mean you and your boyfriend, you had some trouble?
We had sex.
And?
And then she found out about it.
And?
And after that, she wouldn't let me call my dad to ask for him to come and get me.
How old's the boyfriend?
He's 16. She told many people that she was keeping the class ring money to pay for an attorney because she pushed him in church.
She pushed him in church?
Yes.
Ah.
They never went to court over that, though. But she told me that she was going to keep the money for that. And also, one of the reasons why I left her house was because we was having way too many problems. She wouldn't let me call my dad. So I told her that I was going to the neighbor's house. And then when I went to the neighbor's house, she had called the police on me. And the police came, and she told the police that I had ran away and that I kicked in their door. I was really upset that she would do something like that.
Because she's a bad person, is that what you're telling me?
I'm just saying, I can't
I'm asking
believe,
you a question.
I can't believe that a grandma would do that, you know.
You think she was trying to be vicious and mean to you?
Yes, I do, because
Do
I
you?
did not run away. I told her where I was going.
Just a second. I'm just asking you. You think that she's trying to be vicious and mean to you?
Yes.
Where's the boyfriend?
He's in Arkansas. I don't go out with him anymore.
Why not?
Because I moved to Iowa.
Does he call you all the time?
Not anymore. We used to. He used to call every night at 9
When did he stop?
after we broke up.
Why did you break up?
Because I was going to school and going to work, and I didn't have time to talk to him.
Oh, I don't believe that, my dear. That's a fib. Going to school and going to work doesn't mean that you can't talk to him at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, so that I don't buy that.
She's not allowed to talk on the phone after certain hours.
Miss Durant, you are nothing but trouble.
Well, that may be.
You are nothing but trouble. What I'm telling you is if you find yourself in the unenviable position of having a 16-year-old that you're in charge of because, according to you, father works all the time and the mother is not capable, I'm going to tell you that you should not, under any circumstances, encourage her or importune her or support her in cutting off ties with her biological family. That is a very stupid thing.
I do not do that.
Very
Yeah,
stupid thing.
that
Well,
on
you're
her
being
own.
here today. Your being here today suggests to me that you do, because but for your intervention, she could have not proceeded with this case today since you are her guardian for some bizarre reason. So if it were me, I would have said to her, listen, you're not talking about a lot. I don't know how much money your husband sent to Grandma for taking care of her for the year and a half she was there. How many thousands of dollars a month did he send?
$150.
A month?
A month.
A month. You can't feed a large goldfish for $150 a month. So her grandmother supported her, took care of her for a year and a half. Far more than
And
a couple
we're
$100
grateful
for a
that she did it.
class ring. For a class ring, which I don't see why she needs, because she left her grandmother before school was out. Your case is dismissed. Be smart. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
It wasn't the $350.
It wasn't about the money.
She has got to learn lessons in her life.
I was just wanting her to feel what she did to me, you know,
That you suffer the consequences for your actions.
of her lying and stealing from her own granddaughter.
With the parental guidance that she has at this time,
I hope that her conscience gets to her.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I think it's very sad.
I just think it's pretty pathetic that me being an outsider, I have to take care of her.
But regardless, I love her. She'll always be my daughter.
Can't get her own mother to take care of her.
And I always want what's best for her.
It really bothers me. It hurts my heart.
Oh, I'm happy the way that I'm living now.
She knows my phone number.
So things are just normal for me.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Avila versus Young. Step forward, please.
22-year-old homemaker Crystal Avila is suing her ex-boyfriend, 19-year-old construction worker Justin Young, for the cost of a broken windshield. Justin claims the window was broken by Crystal's 4-year-old daughter.
Have a seat.
Miss Avila, this is your daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
She's 4.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Young used to be your boyfriend.
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you, Mr. Young?
19.
19.
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
22.
He's not your boyfriend anymore?
No, ma'am.
Good. According to your complaint, you went into the grocery store and left Mr. Young in the car with your daughter,
Yes,
just the
ma'am.
2 of them. And while you were in the grocery store, the windshield of your car got broken.
Yes, ma'am.
And it was done by people inside the car.
Yes, that's what I heard
Just
at
a
first.
second. Just a second.
Okay.
By people inside the car, which was either Mr. Young or your daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
You want Mr. Young to pay for the windshield.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Young says he's not going to pay for the windshield because your daughter broke the windshield.
Or she helped.
Or she helped. So, Mr. Young, I have a few questions for you. Were you the passenger in this car?
Yes, ma'am.
And Miss Avila stopped at the grocery store to run in for a minute?
Yes, ma'am.
And she asked you to watch, what's this little girl's name?
Jackie.
She asked you to watch Jackie while she ran in to get what in the grocery store?
Just a couple.
What was she going to get?
Chuck.
Cash a check. I was getting
Oh,
my
cash a
pay.
check.
Yeah.
Smart girl. Now, you want to tell me how the windshield got broken while she wasn't in the car and you were babysitting?
Jackie got out of the car and got on the hood. It was,
She got out of the car.
yes, ma'am.
Were you in the car?
Yes, ma'am.
She overpowered you?
No, ma'am.
I
get
just
out.
want to try to understand how she got out of the car. She overpowered you and got out of the car. And then what happened?
I let her get out of the car.
What?
I let her get out of the car.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. And get on the hood.
And she managed to get up on the hood by herself, or did you put her on the hood?
She got there by herself.
How did she do that? She's a little teeny girl.
She crawled up there.
She went on the front bumper first.
Yes, ma'am.
She got herself on the front bumper first, and then she crawled up on the hood of the car.
Yes, ma'am.
And where were you when she was doing this?
I was inside the car.
What were you doing inside the car?
Just waiting.
After she overpowered you and got out of the car and managed to get up on the bumper, crawl up the hood of the car, and she's on the windshield, and you were inside the car waiting.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Young, weren't you worried that something would happen to Jackie?
I was watching her. No, ma'am.
You were watching her
Yes.
crawl up on the hood of the car.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do for a living?
I'm in construction.
What do you do in construction?
Asphalt.
You don't have children, do you?
No, ma'am.
How much did the windshield cost to have fixed?
The first estimate I got was $316.
You still didn't tell me, Mr. Young, how the windshield got broken.
She was kicking it.
When she started kicking it, did you tell her to stop?
Yes, ma'am.
You were inside the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you yell outside the window?
No, ma'am. I hit the window back, trying to get her attention, tell her to stop.
So you hit the window to
Yes,
tell her to
ma'am.
stop.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that how the window broke?
Yes, ma'am.
Her kicking it and you punching it to tell her to stop?
Yes, ma'am. I wasn't punching it, I was tapping.
Tapping it?
Yes, ma'am.
You still don't think this is your fault?
No, ma'am.
Hello? Mayor, hello? You don't let a 4-year-old outside of a car unattended, because I really don't believe that she overpowered you and got out of the car.
Yes, ma'am.
And then if you see her jumping up on the bumper, according to you, and then crawling on the hood of the car to the windshield, a normal, semi-intelligent person would have hopped out of the car and because they would have been afraid for the child's safety, Mr. Young.
Yes.
So now you're going to tell me, whose fault was this?
It's my fault for that now.
Yes! Yes! Just stop there. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $316. That's all.
Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I trusted him to watch her.
Maybe I should have.
Evidently, he wasn't.
Watch.
This is case number 261 on the calendar in the matter of Simpson versus Scaife. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat.
Ms. Simpson, you were taking a family vacation to Jamaica.
That's correct.
And at the time of this vacation, this lovely young man was your daughter's boyfriend.
That's correct.
It is your claim that you agreed to advance him the money to go on this vacation with the agreement that he would, when the vacation was over, pay you back.
That's correct.
You did take him on the vacation, paid for him.
Mm-hmm.
He and your daughter have now parted company, and he has never paid you back.
That's correct.
And Mr. Scaife says that he had a wonderful time on vacation,
Right.
but he was your guest, right?
Right.
Who was this?
This is my roommate at the time. We were invited. Her daughter lived with us. He was a witness.
Did you go on the vacation too?
No, ma'am.
Just he went.
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't want to go to Jamaica?
I wanted to, but she wouldn't pay for me.
Oh, step up. Tell me your name.
Justin Runyon,
How old are you, Justin?
23.
And you were living with Kyle and...
Natalie.
Natalie.
She lived with us, actually.
So tell me, Justin, when was this trip?
I think it was like May of last year.
And Natalie told you about the trip?
Yes, ma'am. She came over to our house and was all excited and said that...
Look at me. No, look at me.
She told Kyle that he could go with them for free.
She did?
Yes, ma'am.
She said, oh, you can come with us and you can come for free.
Yes, ma'am.
And didn't you say, can't I go for free too?
I joked around about it, but...
Well, tell me how you joked around about it.
Well, Natalie...
Come on, tell me what you said. You remember exactly that she said, please, I want you to come to Jamaica. You can go for free. So if you remember that so clearly, I want you to tell me what it is that she said to you and what you said to her. Think carefully.
Natalie told Kyle that he could go for free, and Kyle's like, well, are you sure about that? And she's like, even if we break up, you don't ever have to pay my mom back.
Oh. Oh. It's like I'm watching Dumb and Dumber. Huh? Right? Don't you love it?
Just trying to figure out which one is Jim Carrey.
Yeah, figure, right? Me too. All right, Justin. Thank you very much. You've been most enlightening. You may sit down now.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel. It's incredible.
Isn't it wonderful? It's just wonderful. I don't even need a good night's sleep. Okay. Now, Kyle.
Yes, ma'am.
Last year, what were you doing to support yourself?
I was a bartender.
Were you working full-time?
Yes, ma'am.
So, get good tips? Nice-looking guy like you?
Sometimes tips were great. Sometimes we weren't so busy.
Well, you managed to support yourself, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Are you still working as a bartender?
No, ma'am.
What are you doing now?
I paint houses.
Got a girlfriend?
No, ma'am.
What happened with Natalie?
It just didn't work out.
She's a nice girl, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Come on, Natalie.
Thank you. Been wanting to play too.
You want to play too? No, I usually have all the fun. Natalie.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ever tell Kyle in Justin's presence? Let's see if I can repeat that exactly. I want you to listen to me carefully, Justin, to make sure that I'm going to repeat it pretty much as you told me. That you wanted to take Kyle on a trip to Jamaica for free. He doesn't have to pay for anything. And even if you break up, he doesn't have to pay your mother back. That's what you told me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am, I did not.
Tell me about the trip to Jamaica, Natalie.
We had a great time.
Good.
Originally, my mother and myself and her best friend were scheduled to go on a trip. Kyle and I got a little serious, and he hinted around a lot. He would have liked to go. I didn't really mind that Kyle went. I mean, I was actually looking forward to him being there. I knew he did not have that kind of money, and neither did I, honestly. So when I ran it past Mom, I said, Mom, Kyle's kind of after me. He really kind of wants to go. You know, is there something we can do, whatever? And Mom said, can he borrow the money from his parents? Kyle said, no, that's not an option. Mom said, well, I can give him a loan. And at that time, we were expecting Kyle to get a settlement from an car accident that he had been in. And everything we did revolved around that settlement. Utility bills, cell phones, anything. He kept going back to that.
So he kept hoping to get this settlement check.
Yes, ma'am, he did. And in addition, when you asked him what happened with Natalie, you should ask him about his financial priorities and where his responsibilities are.
Well, why don't you tell me?
They're nowhere. They're video games, predominantly. Kyle was in between jobs most of the time. After his car accident, I actually paid his bills in he and Justin's home.
What kind of car accident were you in, Kyle?
I was rear-ended at a stoplight.
Were you the driver of the car?
Yes.
So you sued the car that hit you?
Just for medical bills and everything like that.
Kyle, did you sue through an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
An attorney doesn't sue just for medical bills, Kyle. Attorney sues for pain and suffering, for your injuries, and to reimburse the company that paid your medical bills, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ever get a settlement?
It's in litigation.
Look at me!
It's in litigation right now.
So you haven't gotten the settlement yet?
No, ma'am.
So what you were doing is really you were counting your chickens before they were hatched?
No, ma'am.
Ah, okay. So what kind of an arrangement, Natalie, did you make with Kyle for the trip?
Originally, I said, my mother will pay for you to go on the trip. However, we need to pay her $50 to $100 a month until you receive that settlement, assuming that it was going to be within the duration of the relationship, which I quickly realized that that wasn't going to be the case.
All right, Kyle.
Yes, ma'am.
How much did you give Miss Simpson towards the trip?
Nothing. As far as I knew, it was a gift.
Shh. Listen to me. Just answer my question. How much did you give her?
I haven't given anything.
Well, see, that is confusing to me.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I have one of him climbing a palm tree.
Oh, let me
jumped on the
see.
banana
Oh, I
boat.
want to see. The insurance company that's handling his lawsuit with his lawyers that's been pending for ages is certainly going to want to see these pictures.
And later today,
She said you advertised for a
new, never been worn chicken suit.
new, never been worn chicken suit. This wasn't something you planned on wearing, I assume.
Michelle Simpson and her daughter, Natalie Ballard, say Natalie's ex-boyfriend, Kyle Scaife, owes for his share of a trip to Jamaica.
Now, what do you do for a living?
I'm an administrative assistant.
You have a household?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Who lives in your household?
Right now, myself and my youngest daughter.
And are you the sole support of yourself and your youngest daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
How much do you earn a year?
Approximately $38,000.
Okay. Now, how much were you making last year?
Under $20,000 a year.
So you made a little more than half of what the plaintiff made, is that right?
Probably.
Right. And you only had to support...
Myself and her daughter.
You were supporting her daughter?
Well, we were doing it
Just
together.
a second. You were supporting her daughter?
We were doing it together, actually. It wasn't. I wasn't
No,
paying
ma'am.
everything. We were both paying everything together.
So you were supporting...
Myself.
Right. Then why would you think that this lady who's running a household, taking care of a minor child, why do you think that she would decide to blow you to a $1,000 vacation?
I was actually shocked. You know, actually, I never asked.
I'm shocked too. I want to tell you something, Kyle. It's shocking to me. Shocking. Because her daughter would have gone without you.
I'm sure she
In a
would.
flash.
Yes, ma'am.
In a flash, she would have gone without you for a week, gotten a nice tan, come back, shown you pictures, and said, I had a great old time.
Yes, ma'am. Probably.
You don't want to be a bum, do you, Kyle?
I wasn't. I never asked.
No,
her
you
that.
don't. Listen to me. You don't want to be a bum, do you?
No, ma'am.
You don't want to take things that should really be better spent on a child
Of course not.
for you to go on a vacation, do you?
Well, I was invited to go on a vacation, and it sounded like a good idea.
I don't believe that, sir.
Well, that's the way it happened.
I don't believe that, sir. I believe that she advanced the money, and I believe she gave you a lot of latitude to pay it off because, you know, you were expecting some windfall from some bogus accident that hasn't come through yet. And you, like any other 21-year-old, are living in a fantasy world that you're going to turn out to be a millionaire because somebody rear-ended you even though you're not injured. He's going to be sorry he came here. When you went on this trip to Jamaica, did you participate in water sports?
No, ma'am.
Did he participate
Yes,
in water
ma'am.
sports? Sure he did. Sure he did. Did you go swimming?
Yes, ma'am.
What other water sports did
I
he
have one of
participate
him
in?
climbing a palm tree.
Oh,
We
let me
jumped on the
see.
banana
Oh, I
boat.
want to see. The insurance company that's handling his lawsuit with his lawyers that's been pending for ages is certainly going to want to see these pictures, but I want to take a look at them first. Does this look like a healthy man to you?
Yeah, pretty healthy.
Oh, look at him climbing up the tree. Yes! Look at him climbing up that tree. Picking up his girlfriend. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, well, not only will you probably not get this money from your car accident and the substantial injuries that you alleged in your complaint, but you owe her $916. Judgment for the plaintiff. Step out.
Parties are excused when they step out.
I think somebody finally taught him a lesson.
Regardless, win or lose, at least I'm glad this is over with.
I know Kyle better than anyone else, and no one can make him do anything he doesn't want to do but Judge Judy.
I'm just tired of messing with them. I'm sure they're tired of me. I just soon move on.
I did speak with Kyle several times.
Nothing was ever said about it until the relationship was over.
He did say that he would reimburse me the money once he got his settlement.
I'm sure they want the money, especially since the relationship didn't work out.
Oh, I'm thrilled. Justice has prevailed.
Cold-hearted people.
And I think we need to go back to Jamaica real soon.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Alarid versus Ayala. Step forward, please.
Small business owner David Alarid is suing teacher Sandra Ayala for the cost of a chicken suit he sold to her via eBay. Sandra says the suit was supposed to be brand new, but instead it was old and dirty.
Mr. Alarid, you advertised this chicken costume on eBay.
Yes, ma'am.
The defendant purchased it and then somehow paid for it with his PayPal or pen pal, I don't know, something, pal, that I don't quite understand. But the bottom line is she canceled the payment that she made to you and she kept the chicken suit. Okay, so $154 was the amount of the purchase plus shipping, and you want $2,650 for the price of the chicken suit plus your aggravation.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a lot of aggravation, Mr. Alarid. And Miss Ayala says she purchased this as a result of an ad that you placed on eBay, and she said you advertised for a
New, never been worn chicken suit.
new, never been worn chicken suit. She purchased it in good faith, she sent you the money in good faith, and she got this dirty, disgusting, worn chicken suit, which she doesn't want, right?
Correct.
And which she's not going to pay for. Now, when did you purchase it?
This was in May, early May.
And what did you purchase it for? This wasn't something you planned on wearing, I assume.
No. I'm a special education teacher, and just on a volunteer basis, sometimes I throw events for the special ed kids in my area. So I had a couple of picnics and concerts coming up in the early summer, and we have some children's music, and there's a song about a chicken in it, and I thought it would be great to have a little chicken mascot.
David Alarid says eBay customer Sandra Ayala owes for the cost of a chicken suit. Sandra claims David misrepresented the sale.
Do you have a copy of his ad that he ran on eBay?
I think he brought the original ad.
Can I see it, please? Okay, here we go. New, never worn, deluxe adult chicken mascot costume. And is this the way it came?
This is the way it came.
Can I see it, please, Bird?
Sure.
Come on, have a little bit of a sense of humor, babe.
And bring the feet with the shoe prints.
Name is Bird. I take it kind of personal.
We've known each other a long time. Listen, this has been worn, Mr. Alarid.
Yes, ma'am.
So, how come you sold something that had been worn to her as brand new, never worn?
Well, when it was shipped, it was brand new, never worn. It was sold 5 months ago.
Okay, let me see. I don't know. It doesn't look too awful. You bought it in May what?
I think the date was May 8th. It was May 8th.
Excuse me a minute.
Who gets it?
Let's keep it right here for a minute. Well, I haven't finished doing the case yet.
Okay.
May 8th. And when did you receive it?
Just about a week after that.
When did you notify them that you didn't want to pay for it?
Well, that's not, I did pay for it. I paid for it right away. PayPal is a...
So you paid for it right away. Paid for it on May 8th.
Exactly.
Okay. Then you got it about a week later, say May 15th. And you realized that it
was worn.
It was worn. So what did you do?
I contacted eBay by email. That's the only way. And I contacted PayPal, and I said, what do you do in a situation like this?
Okay. Do you have any emails to support that?
I do have emails. I have emails between he and I, but the
No.
the PayPal...
I want to see...
This is the record of PayPal.
Let me see. Is this the first time you had bought something on eBay?
Yeah, it was my first time bidding on something on eBay, and so since I wasn't sure how to go about it, I had to call PayPal and said, what do you do when you receive a fraudulent item, when something comes worn and dirty and you didn't pay for that? And they said, oh, this man has actually refunded your money. I said, why? And they said, well, we can't be sure why, but you'll be getting the money in a day back to your account. And then he sent the email that said, PayPal accidentally sent you that money. You have to send it back to me. So I contacted PayPal again, and they say, we don't do refunds at all. It's seller initiated, and there are no accidents.
Now, when did you correspond with Mr. Alarid about the suit?
The day that the money came back into my account.
Was that also in May?
Yes.
So practically immediately?
Exactly.
Is all that correct, Mr. Alarid?
No, ma'am.
Okay. When did she contact you and let you know about the condition of the suit?
June the 14th, after I'd sent several emails, finally, out of desperation, eBay and PayPal advised me to file a complaint with the FBI Internet Fraud Division, at which point I sent an email saying, look, I'm filing a complaint with FBI Internet Fraud Division.
That was on June 14th?
Yes, ma'am.
How many of these chicken suits have you sold, Mr. Alarid?
On eBay or altogether?
Altogether.
Probably about 50.
50?
Yes, ma'am.
How many on eBay?
Probably about a dozen.
Where do you get them from?
Out of New York.
How much do you pay for them?
I pay $49.99, I believe it is.
So you pay $50 for them?
Yes, ma'am.
She doesn't like her suit, so you either want the money or the suit back.
Well, it goes a little bit beyond that at this point.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
She wants to give it back to you.
I asked for it back several times.
Yes?
And her emails, which I have right here, I have a copy for you.
Yes, I'd like to see them.
Okay. Here's the emails right here.
Well, she told you right away, sir. She said, I don't know what clerk you checked with about the condition of the suit, but that suit arrived in an old bag, in an old box, and the suit was full of leaves and debris, and the rubber parts were stained with marks on the beak, head, and shoe prints on the feet. They're still there. She told you that right away.
That was June the 14th.
So, she wants to give you the suit back.
I asked for it back.
Now you got it. Listen to me, Mr. Alarid. Are you in business?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever had complaints filed with regard to these chicken suits before?
Never.
So you paid for 50 chicken suits, which you paid $50 each for, equals $2,500. That's what you paid for the chicken suits. You sold 49 chicken suits times 124?
Yes, ma'am.
Equals $6,776. That's a fair profit. You made almost $4,000, and you've never had a complaint.
Correct.
Consider this the cost of doing business.
Oh, it's not a problem.
Perfect. Give him his chicken suit.
Okay.
Perfect. Now you have your chicken suit and your profit of almost $4,000. I would walk away a happy man, Mr. Alarid. Thank you very much. This case is over.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Well, he had claimed that he never had any problem.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ladies, have a seat, please.
Miss Carmichael, this is your mother.
Yes.
How old are you?
19.
Had you always lived with your mother?
Yes.
Until when?
Last September, the end of last September.
According to your complaint, your mother owes you $5,000. $2,000 of that represents money that she allegedly really stole from you because she cashed in some savings bonds that had been purchased for you by your great-grandmother.
Yes.
She cashed in those bonds and used the money.
Yes.
And in addition, you say that you loaned your mother $3,000 in order to secure the services of an attorney because she was going through a divorce or separation from her husband. Shortly thereafter, she reconciled with him and she never gave you the money back. Your mother says she used the money as her grandmother would have wanted her to use it, the money from your bonds, and that the $3,000 that she acknowledges that you gave her for an attorney was a gift. That's your defense. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. When did Kristen's great-grandmother purchase these bonds for her?
She began purchasing them in 1990.
Did she purchase them for any of her other great-grandchildren?
Yes.
How many?
The 2 other children.
Your 2 other children?
Mm-hmm.
How old are those children?
Amanda, that's sitting there.
Is how old?
She's 23, and my youngest is 11.
When did you cash in Kristen's bonds, and why?
It was right after my grandmother had passed away. She passed away on March the 9th, 2000.
And why did you cash in Kristen's bonds?
Because at the time that my grandmother passed away, her estate went into probate and they froze all the accounts. I did not have the funds to pay for her funeral situation.
2000 is when your grandmother died. How many children benefited from her estate, ultimately?
I did.
You. And in what amount?
When it finished...
When it finished?
That was December 30th. Go ahead. Okay, there was approximately $20,000.
Did you use your other 2 children's bonds?
The bonds were kept. As far as I know, 2 other bonds from my youngest daughters were used. My oldest daughter had already cashed all of her bonds.
How much did you get for your this daughter's bonds?
I do not recall. I don't have the paper for it.
I do.
Can I see it, please?
Yes.
$17 bonds, each with a $100 face value. Mm-hmm. And if held to maturity, which would have been a couple of years from now, they would have been worth $1,700. So now you had an emergency. Let us assume, Miss Welk, you had an emergency. And while I'm not condoning the fact that you took your daughter's bonds and cashed them in at a much lesser value than you would have gotten had they been held to maturity, why didn't you replace them when you got $20,000 from your grandmother's estate?
At the time that all of this occurred, we had all of these other things going on. When all of this changed, we also had no place to live. The house was sold because it was in this whole situation. We then had to move, taking Kristen with us. After all of that was done, I didn't even remember this entire situation until this divorce situation came up in 2003.
Well, you owe us $1,700, period, for the bonds. Outrageous. Your conduct is outrageous. That's one. Number 2, your daughter says that she loaned you $3,000. Why did you loan your mother $3,000?
Because her and my stepfather were going, he served her with papers for divorce, and I wanted to help her out. She came to me and asked me to borrow $3,000.
Where did you get $3,000 from?
I got it. I worked at a gymnastics place, and I got money from there, and my father died, and I received Social Security checks every month.
Do you put the Social Security checks away?
Yes, I put them into my bank account.
Let me see the bank account.
That's the bank statements.
On June 18th, she transferred $3,000 into your checking account. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that was for the purposes of securing an attorney in your matrimonial case?
Correct.
And then, according to your answer, within a week, you and your husband reconciled.
Right.
Why didn't you give her back the money?
Because first of all, it wasn't a loan. She gave that to me hoping to be able to end the situation and move us back to Stockton where her friends were.
Just a second. Did you come to her and ask her for money
No,
to go to an attorney?
No, ma'am.
What was the $3,000 to be used for?
It was used for the attorney.
Just a second. Are you telling me that you gave the attorney $3,000 and within a week's time the attorney would not give you back the $3,000? Is that what you're telling me?
I can show you what he's...
No, listen to me very carefully. Don't show me anything. Are you telling me that she gave you the $3,000 for the purposes of securing an attorney, that you gave the attorney a retainer of $3,000, within days you reconciled with your husband, and are you telling me the attorney did not give you your retainer or most of it back? I'm going to call the attorney.
I have it right
I'm
here.
going to call the attorney because you understand, don't you, that that would be unethical for the attorney to have kept the $3,000 if the attorney did no work?
He returned $889 of the $3,000, and I have his bill here if you would like to see how he used it.
Sure, give it to me. Well, let me ask you this question. How much of the $800 that you claimed the attorney gave you back did you give to your daughter? I asked you a question. How much of the $800 that he gave you back did you give to your daughter?
I didn't.
You're some piece of work.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Children take from their parents. Parents don't take from their children.
And later today,
when I found out that he was having a baby with the other lady, I asked him if he was going to be with me or her, and he couldn't tell me.
You couldn't make up your mind.
Correct.
Couldn't find your mind.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 19-year-old Kristen Carmichael says her mother, Catherine Welk, cashed in savings bonds purchased for her by her great-grandmother. Catherine says Kristen gave her that money.
Is this June 18th, 2003 or 2004 that you gave this money to your mother?
2003.
2003. And your mother says that within a couple of days, or within a week, she reconciled with her husband. Then what is all this stuff here from September of 2003?
There are days when you wake up, and all you can think about is staying in bed. The alarm rings, the light comes in, the world is moving, but you feel stuck. It feels like every muscle in your body weighs 1,000 pounds, and every thought in your mind tells you not to move. People on the outside might call you lazy or unmotivated, but they have no idea what it feels like to fight battles that nobody else can see. This is not ordinary tiredness. This is not just about being sleepy or not having enough coffee. This is a deep spiritual exhaustion, the kind that happens when your soul has been in a war for so long that even your body can't pretend to keep up anymore. And if you've been feeling this way, it's not an accident you're hearing this message right now. It's because you're not just anyone. You are chosen, and chosen ones carry a weight that feels invisible to the world, but is impossible to ignore on the inside. What looks like you lying in bed is not weakness. It's survival. What looks like doing nothing is actually you pushing through a storm in silence. Nobody applauds you for opening your eyes. Nobody claps when you breathe in and breathe out, but God sees it. Heaven counts it as victory, because sometimes your biggest weapon is not how fast you run or how loud you shout. Sometimes your weapon is simply the choice to stay alive one more day. To not give in when every voice tells you to quit. To whisper a prayer even when your faith feels empty. And this is what most people don't understand about chosen ones. We don't fight battles with swords. We don't fight with noise. Sometimes the greatest fight is fought in stillness under the covers, when no one knows you're holding on by a thread. You've probably had people tell you to just get up. Just shake it off, just push through, like it's that simple. But when you're in this battle, getting out of bed feels like climbing a mountain with no oxygen. Praying feels like whispering into silence and hoping someone is listening. And shaking it off would require energy you haven't had in weeks. This isn't weakness. This is warfare. And the very fact that you're still here means you're stronger than you know. The enemy has tried to convince you that you're lazy, broken, unworthy, but heaven sees every silent fight as proof of your endurance. Every hidden cry as a prayer that shakes the spirit world. What feels like weakness is actually proof that you are still resisting. You are still standing in the only way you can stand right now. Even the strongest warriors collapse. Even the anointed get tired. Elijah, the prophet who called down fire from heaven, ended up hiding in a cave begging God to take his life. Jeremiah wept until they called him the weeping prophet. And even Jesus, the Son of God, sweat blood in Gethsemane under the weight of his assignment. If they reached a breaking point, what makes you think your exhaustion disqualifies you? It doesn't. Your exhaustion proves that you've been in the fight. That proves that you've been carrying something sacred. It proves that your life has meaning beyond what anyone around you can understand. God never chose you because you'd never get tired. He chose you because even when you get tired, you won't quit. There are nights when your bed becomes a battlefield. It should be a place of rest, but instead it feels like chains pulling you down. You close your eyes and the whispers start. They don't shout. They don't scream. They whisper in a voice that sounds like your own. You're not enough. You're falling behind. You're forgotten. You're a burden. And those whispers feel so real, you start believing them. But let me tell you something, those whispers are lies. The same bed the enemy tries to use as your prison is the same bed where God sits beside you. The same sheets that feel like chains are the very place where angels are fighting for you in silence. God has never left your side, even in your darkest nights. He catches your tears. He hears the whispers you don't have the strength to say out loud. And when you thought no one was listening, he was right there holding on when you couldn't. That exhaustion you feel is not failure. It's an invitation. An invitation to stop pretending you're okay when you're not. An invitation to stop carrying a weight you were never meant to carry alone. Even Jesus needed help carrying the cross, so why do you think you have to carry everything in silence? God doesn't ask you to fake strength. He asks you to surrender, to lay it down, to stop trying to prove your worth through performance. Because your worth was already sealed when he chose you before you were even born. And sometimes surrender doesn't look like shouting. It doesn't look like fireworks. It looks like sighs. It looks like tears on your pillow. It looks like silence. And God meets you right there. You've been told that if you had more faith, you wouldn't feel this way. But the truth is, your faith is the very reason you've made it this far. Faith doesn't mean you never feel tired. Faith means you keep holding on even when tired. Faith means you keep believing there's a reason, even when your body screams there isn't. You don't need to rise in perfection. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't even need to feel strong. You just need to be willing to take the next breath, willing to rise even if it's in pieces. Because heaven isn't waiting for you to be flawless. Heaven is waiting for you to rise anyway. You've survived nights that would have crushed most people. You've walked through storms that others couldn't even imagine. You've carried burdens that weren't yours, prayed for people who never prayed for you, wiped tears while no one noticed yours, and you're still here. That alone is proof that your story isn't finished. The fact that you're even hearing this right now is proof that God is still writing your next chapter. The ground you walk on remembers every time you rose when you didn't feel like it, and the enemy's greatest fear was never your fall. It was your comeback. Chosen ones don't give up because the fire gets hot. They rise from the ashes. They rise shaking, they rise crying, they rise broken, but they rise. And when you rise, even in silence, the spirit world shifts. Hell trembles because you didn't stay down. Heaven rejoices because you refused to quit. And every tear, every breakdown, every silent night has been a seed. Seeds that are about to turn into strength, testimony, and power. What felt like your prison was really your preparation. What felt like shame was really a sacred cocoon. What felt like weakness was really God forging a version of you that darkness could not destroy. And this is why you can't stay down. Not because you feel ready, not because you feel strong, but because your assignment can't wait anymore. You've been through too much to stop here. You've carried too much to give it all away now. You've survived too much to quit before the breakthrough. And yes, you may rise slowly. Yes, your hands may shake. Yes, your eyes may still be swollen with tears. But none of that stops you from rising. Because when a chosen one rises, even trembling, they still rise with power. The whispers tried to tell you that you were finished. The exhaustion tried to tell you that you were done. The silence tried to convince you that God had forgotten you. But you are still here, still chosen, still carrying a purpose that can't be erased by tiredness, can't be silenced by whispers, can't be stolen by darkness. You are proof that survival itself is a testimony. That just being here, just breathing, just choosing not to quit, is a victory the enemy couldn't stop. And now everything begins to shift. Because the moment you decide to rise, the ground beneath you remembers that a warrior just stood up. The heavens take note, hell trembles, and your destiny starts calling louder than the whispers ever could. You are not lazy. You are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are rising. Even if it's slow, even if it's quiet, even if no one sees it but God, you are rising. And that is more powerful than you know.